Oh man, hold on one second, gentlemen. Hold on 1 second here. Oh shit. Ah man, we got a co-sponsor. My man ABM with the wheel kick said, "Listen, I'm not playing with you Negroes. God damn it, he did listen." Brother ABM, salute to the God. Brother ABM for coming through with the cash. Brother ABM, I see the brother Negro just checked in. Gentlemen, one more intermission, man. When we got sponsors and co-sponsors coming through, I gotta give them their moment and put some respect on these folks, because they say, listen, we rock with y'all, man. We rock with Patriarchs. We rock with Patriarchs.
They don't just rock
on their necks.
You can use the F word. They don't just rock. They blank with us. So
that's right. Yeah. So give me a second, gentlemen. We're gonna be right back. Give me a second here. Let's pull this thing up and get a brother his respect. Salute. Scared to death Negroes are my enemy. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. We got the family in the building with their contributions. Our sponsors of today's broadcast are Brother ABM and my sister Star with the $25 contribution. They are our sponsors for today. If anyone would like to become the sole sponsor of today's broadcast, ladies and gentlemen, you have to surpass the $25 contribution made from our brother ABM, Angry Black Man, and my sister Star, man. Salute to y'all again for coming through and showing us that it's real. Lip service ain't real service. Salute to the family for putting it. Now, gentlemen, let's get back to this thing. And I see the Negro has checked in from by his backyard, sir. The Negro. Yes, indeed, brother Negro, sir. How are you, sir?
Paging live from Biden's backyard. How you fellas doing today? And happy
does Biden even know where his backyard is?
Yes, indeed.
And the other question is, he needs to leave the Pope's funeral alone and have one himself. I mean, did you see him? He got lost. He thought he was at his own funeral. I mean, for the one time, I wish he was right.
Well, I'll tell you what. Check this out. Salute to my brother ABM, man. Has checked into the cook-up, checking into the kitchen. Brother ABM, man, salute, brother ABM. What's popping with you,
and he's
man?
out of Baltimore. Hey.
Yes.
God bless Baltimore. Even the crime is down there. I can't believe that with that moist smear you got, but something good's happening in Baltimore.
Oh, man. ABM, sir, are you up to speed, man? What's happening? What's shaking with you, sir? And then I'm going to go to you, brother Negro.
Hey, thanks for letting me on. Yeah, I'm up to speed.
Okay. What say you about this debauchery, man?
It's the double standard, man. Women, they got their little cute little word for when they older and they want to bang young boys. It's called cougar.
Come on.
What's the male version? What's the cute little word for men that want to bang young chicks like Leonardo DiCaprio? Yeah, it's the double standard. They all do it. Mary J. Blige.
Oh, I know what the word is. It's called successful.
Right.
It's called options. It's called options.
No, it's successful. Nobody criticizes a rich person that does what the hell they please. Okay. She don't care what age she is as long as a dollar bill is stuck up inside of them. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying, to me, as long as the word says dollar on it, they don't care who's doing it if you're rich enough. I wish that weren't so. I don't advocate it, but that is a fact. And my God, if the denomination is more than a zero, Lord Jesus, you're in like Flynn. And for people who are brought up by their mothers to treat their vaginas as an American Express card, and they don't leave home without it, and if they do, can you take it off like an accessory and put it back on? Only when they're married. Okay. You know what I'm saying, Chef C.
Right.
All right.
Well, I'll say this. Brother ABM, man, and salute, man. I'm glad you checked in with us for the first time, man. And
thank you.
Again, we are, really, we've watched this whole thing go on. It's very selective outrage. There was no outrage for Elvis, pretty boy Elvis, right? Woody Allen married his adopted stepchild. Can we keep this a buck? Huh? Su Yi done got bent over by Woody. Woody gave it a Woody.
He didn't have much, so you should have said a twig.
Hey, man. But there was no outrage in that area for him.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? He's married to her, and mainstream media has not decided to blast that all over the place.
But what is Woody Allen ethnically? And so let's not. He's a GCP. He's a GCP. And so that changes that. It's the same way that people are more interested in putting out Diddy's list than Epstein's list. Diddy may work for GCP. Diddy may sleep with GCP, but Diddy ain't GCP.
See?
Clive Davis is GCP. Weinstein is GCP. Right? Bernstein is GCP. Whole lot of GCP do what they want to do. GCP will do what GCP want to do. But if you ain't GCP, and see, if Shannon is the person we talk about, Shannon probably popped a GCP booty when he doesn't understand that he's a cushy Shabbos goy. And I forget that other word that they use. Oh my God, Schwarzer. A Schwarzer Shabbos goy, cushy. And you got some GCP pooty when you're a Schwarzer goy, right? And the Schwarzer goy isn't supposed to get pooty from a GCP. He's supposed to get it from a Schwarzer Shiksa goy. Get what I'm saying? You live in you work with people in New York. You know exactly what I said. I'm like 5% Jewish. I can say what the hell I want. And yes, I know some Yiddish. I don't care. I'm going to talk about it. I can get in trouble. I mean, I don't have any tattoos, but I do have Holocaust survivors in the family. I'll say what I want to say.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let me go to the brother Negro, and I'm going to spin back to brother ABM. Then we go to the Wolf. Brother Negro, man, are you up to speed, sir? I know you checked in from Biden's backyard. You might be close to where he was sleeping with his daughter in the bedroom.
It was a shower. They were showering together, and apparently his genitalia was nose level with his daughter. I hope she didn't think it was an albino Tootsie Roll.
Go ahead, brother Negro. You got the flow, sir.
Yeah, I haven't had the liberties to take that field trip yet, but I'll keep you posted. I already did my rounds at what's his name? what do you call that guy? Dr. Umar's spot. I already done pulled up there. I got a bunch of pull-up lists I got to pull up and checking it, listen, checking it twice. So I'll keep you posted about Biden's backyard in more detail when I get a chance.
Were the lights on at his school?
Hey, man, ask if the yard was kept. How about we start there? Was the grass cut? That's what we need to be asking. Were the doors open?
Were the rat holes?
That's what we need to be asking.
Were the rat holes plugged at least? Did they at least have a dumpster?
Bro, man, Dr. Short, it has a long way to go. That's I hope that a Black American takes over that school and actually teach us the history we need to be taught.
He's been collecting money nonsense. 15 years. I mean, he could at least put some AstroTurf down, don't you think?
He could have gave us that online school, like you said, too. During COVID, we needed him then, too. And he would have got funding for that.
Well, the only thing online for him is his ego.
Well, I'll tell you what, gentlemen, real quick. I'm gonna go to Wolf, and then I'm gonna go to Brother ABM. But I'm gonna say this before we get too far here, y'all. Here's another one that a lot of folks just like to let go slide. Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, to be very clear, some folks gonna say, "Oh, that's not a big deal." But Tom Cruise was 42 when he married Katie Holmes. She was 27.
Okay, well, have you noticed he looks like Nancy Pelosi in this picture here? Just
okay. So Brother Wolf, Brother Wolf, you're a seasoned ordained gentleman, and then I gotta go to the God, Brother ABM. What is too young, sir? Right? Or is that being determined on who they feel like being outraged at the time? What say you, sir? What is too young? 20?
Well, in Western culture, or are you talking global?
Which part of Western culture? Because GCPs, according to the Talmud, they can get theirs in 3 days and ain't too young. So, I mean, which part of Western culture? GCP is 3 days and up. Okay. So, we can start at 3 days. Will anybody go a week? Some will go a week, 2 weeks. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna stop being honest. I don't want us to get this pulled down.
Well, give me a second. It might get pulled down anyway, but hey, I'm gonna go back to you shortly. Let me get the Brother Wolf, finish your thoughts, sir. What say you? What's too young? 15, 20 years? Yeah, 10 years? What say you, sir?
Man, that's a trick question.
Now, come on.
Only because, well, here it is. What's too young? Oh man, I'm not messing with no teens. No teens for me. No teens. If I'm in my 40s and 50s and all that, 30s, because they haven't matured mentally yet. Man, I'm cautioned about speaking on this only because of what I've seen. The crimes I've seen perpetrated amongst the youth by older predators, whether male or female. So, but I think that I think the teens are just too young.
You think the teens are too young? The teens are just too young. Okay, so age gap, right? Because again, shout out to Aaliyah. Age ain't nothing but a number. If you don't understand.
That's true, except in a courtroom.
Right. So that's listen. Let's have a conversation. I'm gonna go to Brother ABM. Okay. Brother Wolf says teens are too young. Okay. Now, we're looking at a situation where Dre Michelle's in her late 30s. She's going with the young bull. He's about early 20s. All right, so we're looking about at least a 10-year gap there. Is that too wide of an age gap? Is that too young? What say you, brother ABM?
The age gap is only a problem when you're not wealthy and you're a man. When you're a woman or you're a wealthy white man, nobody will bitch about an age gap. Leonardo DiCaprio, he stayed with a teenage broad. Leonardo DiCaprio is pushing 60. You know, it's when you're a black man and you're not wealthy. See, Shannon got a problem because he's wealthy, but he's still black.
And he's stupid.
So, of course, he's going to hear shit.
Slave black. Yeah,
oh, he's Mississippi black. Ain't he from Mississippi?
I thought he said he was an Alabama boy.
He's something down there, so, you know, yeah, he's going to hear it. But when you're a woman, and, you know, black women are the biggest hypocrites on this.
Amen.
All the time.
Where's my tambourine?
Come on.
It's the age-old double standard. It's, you know what I mean? Certain people can get away with shit and some you can't.
It's pork chop injustice.
Me personally, I wouldn't do it, but at the same time, I mean, 19, you can join the Marine Corps.
Come on.
So, I mean, what are we saying? Are you too? So, you're too young to have sex with a 50-year-old man, but you could drive tanks for the Marine Corps.
So you can die for your country. You can die for you. You can die for your country, but you can't get a nut busted inside of you for your country. That's interesting.
Keep cooking, ABM, man. Keep cooking this shit, man. Cook this shit up, man.
I'm just saying. I mean, which one is it? I mean, you can get a mountain of student loan debt when you're 19, right? You can get an abortion when you're 19, right? I mean, so what are we saying?
You can get an abortion
Either
before
19 is too young, or it's appropriate.
You can get an abortion at 15, at 13, at 11. I mean, it depends on which state. So to me, I'm sorry. Forgive me for interjecting here. I'm completely against pedophilia. I'm one of the loudest mouths. I hate pedophilia. I can't stand pedophiles. However, I have an issue here. I have an issue that the father of our country, George Washington, who's seen as the greatest American, indulged in sex with people under the age of 17, as did Thomas Jefferson, as did many other people. In fact, many of our Southern gentlemen, if you remember my book that I did on the Angry Black Men's Book Club when rape was legal, many, almost all white men of prominent families came of age having sex with girls black as young as 11. I'm saying it's morally wrong. But as the brother said, that's why I said what you call an older man with a younger woman that's very young, I said successful. It's always been the privilege of super wealthy people to do what they want. And not only do they screw young kids, they screw animals. And in fact, some people have fans only where they do it with their dogs. And it's interesting. You can't beat an animal to protect yourself without getting charges, but you can't have sex with one. It's interesting. This is in reality Anglo-American culture. So pedophilia is as American as racism and the 4th of July. And for people to have sex with young people, when you sexualize young people, these same people bitching and complaining about him screwing someone in their 20s are the same people teaching kids how to fuck when they're 3 and 4 in school and having drag queen story hour. So you're sexualizing kids early, teach them how to put lubricants in their orifices, and then say, well, but you have to wait until you have to be 25 before you get some. Hell, a lot of people don't live to 25. So frankly, I'm not trying to I'm against the age of consent being lowered. But there's hypocrisy, and I'm going to just say to it, Black women, we're going to have it out today. I don't give a fuck. You guys are spoiled. It's good if you mess with someone young. You guys do the majority of the child molesting in the Black community, and yet you don't, no one even calls you on it because you're female. You guys do the majority of the lying in custody court. You get the majority of the divorces. Whatever it is, you pick the worst of people. You bypass good guys. They're corny. And then, by the way, obesity is now the new in shape. All of this stuff is shaped to puff you guys up in the wrong. And actually, as much as Black men get talked shit about, most Black men acquiesce and try to accommodate Black women in dumb shit. It's stupid. I literally had to, I have a dear friend, a young brother who is doing work in the legal field. And they have, I believe, a client that's bullshitting them. And they were being soft with the person not being honest with them, I feel. And I says, you wouldn't treat a man the same way. You would demand full disclosure as an attorney. Why did the woman get a different standard of disclosure with you that you demand of a man? That's how most Black men are bitch brotherfuckers. They have a very high standard for Black men. They have no standard for people with vaginas. And Black women also don't have a standard for each other, depending on what the situation is. If I don't like her, I have a high standard. If I like her, I have no standard. So if Beyonce walked around topless with a carrot hanging out of her vagina, you would say, well, that's fashionable because you like Beyonce. But if you didn't like Beyonce, you'd say she's trampish. The ladies have a super weird morality and standard system, and general women do. But Black American women, I'm sorry, you guys have the worst. You guys claim that you are the backbone of the community, but you're against family. You're the biggest people for killing babies. Y'all have the highest rate of divorce. Y'all have the highest rate of, breakup. You have the disproportionate number of kids in child and family services. All this shit on the strong, empowered woman thing. And it's a fucking morass. And the other thing is also have a super low fertility rate. So we have a lot of folks, high student debt, all these issues. And nobody can say shit because, well, yes, we're in racial war for survival. And you want to function like white women who are in the dominant group who started the war and expect the same thing when they had a 400-year advantage. You guys are fucking schizophrenic. You're a tangle of psychopathy. So when Black women, I'm thinking there's someone with a guy and she's in her 40s and he's just 20 something and everybody praised her. And she doesn't have as much money as Shannon Sharp and she's not offering a payout to the young guy. And nobody talks about that. When Demi Moore is with Ashton Kutcher and that falls apart and he's cheating, nobody.
There you go.
It's only when it comes time to mouthing off and being Jezebels against Black patriarchal authority, then all of a sudden you guys have a tangle of hypocritical, contradicting standards to which nobody gives a fuck. And proof of that, white men are so angry, they're destroying everything to get back at you guys for mouthing off for the last 4 years. So Letitia James, who is a Caribbean, but they don't see that. They see her as a Black American woman. They are busting Black American women's asses across the land. Letitia James is going to go down. $41,000 for 6 private chartered jet flights. Is that whole crazy? Aside from looking like the Incredible Hulk with the weave on, making enemies with the most powerful people in the world, you're not even from this country doing this shit. You're stupid. I don't know. The feminism makes women dumb. If you're a feminist, you're stupid. I'm almost done. The other stupid ass woman, if I can get to her, Fanny Clitis, a little dumb hole down in Atlanta. When you're sharing emails talking about all the people you screwed in the office, Don't they realize if anybody just got excited, they could charge her with sexual harassment and civil rights violations and ruin her and disbar her, not just get her in trouble for what she did with Trump, but you know what? In reality, and all of this bullshit, most black men are simps that protect black women and their collective stupid shit. And therefore you're protected. And even though you don't want it, you don't appreciate it, you need it. And and the reality, when white men come down on us because we don't stick together, in part because you don't teach your kids how to read, you fight with the teachers in the school. Instead of teaching your kids how to read, you get nail appointments. You're giving people SpaghettiOs and shit and chips and pop, giving them premature diabetes because you don't cook or feed them. Your excuse is a food desert. Your ass can make it to the casino. Why can't you go another mile or two to a grocery store? This bullshit that's been going on for the last 30, 40 years, this house is condemned and it's falling in on everyone's head. And part of that falling in on someone's head is that men are opting to do other. And I'm not necessarily talking about being gay, which is they're quickly gay, right? And yet half of y'all are lesbians. That's another contradiction. You have so much black lesbian. I mean, you know what? I'm surprised that that I guess the black communities would be sex toy deserts. We have so many studs. So many studs, so many studs. We could do that to make that bossa nova song, So Many Studs. We'll do that one day, okay? You know how to do music, Chef C. We have so many studs who abuse kids and rape girls and rape boys and all that, sort of like what happened with Whitney Houston, her brother. And everyone's protecting whichever lesbian and Dionne Warwick's family raped Whitney and her brother, and everybody prefers to put it on Bobby Brown because he's a black man. Even though there's a black man raped in the story, no sympathy for him. Nobody's looking for Gary or whatever the hell is in it. It's just Whitney because she's female, because we live in a goddess worship, pagan, satanic culture where you worship the sainted grandmother that goes to church and gives all her money to the bisexual preacher that molests all the kids. This is the kind of matriarchal bullshit world we're in. And a lot of people have opted out of it. They're either not getting married, a huge number, they're not getting married, or they're getting with other people, they're getting younger. And again, I think there was some sister, I don't know, she tried to crack on me, and you got like 4 or 5 adult kids, and you decide you want to just have some fun and shit. And I've never been married before. Why would I want an old person, with enough love handles to be a basic training camp for the Marines? I mean, no. And your kids that will talk to me like I'm a peer and shit, I don't fucking want that. So yes, I would get someone younger. I was talking to a friend. He's like, well, that's too young. And I just switched the logic around. I did counter feminist thought. And I says, it's my dick, not yours. Mind your business. When they want to kill a baby, they say it's my body. Well, when you want a younger woman, you say it's my dick. See, it's not easy. Your body to kill a baby. Your body to sleep with a thug that's not going to take care of you, that's going to leave you with bastards, and then you try to do paternity fraud in the court. If all of that it's my body shit is for you, then it's my dick some of the time should count for me. Let me land my plane.
Brother, salute to our brother, DrRandyShort. Listen, let me go to my sister Star, man, and then I'm going to the Negro. Sister Star, first and foremost, yes, ma'am. First and foremost, salute to our sister Star for always riding with us, man. Yes, indeed.
For being the greatest white woman online.
That's a fact, man. Listen, we done got Sister Star. I knew it was real today. We done got Sister Star up top. Listen, sis, let me ask you a question. Sure. Keep it nice and simple, sis. Okay. What is too young? Right? Because according to Aaliyah, age ain't nothing but a number, and according to the rest of these folks, age ain't never been nothing but a number. So what is too young? And is the outrage valid that we're seeing for select people that the media has chosen to target? What say you, sis?
Oh, okay, so you gave me a twofold question.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. First off, it's selective outrage. We're dealing with a culture now that idolizes celebrities, so they're kind of like living vicariously through their celebrities. So they're not going to judge them.
Okay, I can take that. That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed.
When it's too young, if the person you're dealing with and your children are kind of like close in age, that's going to be too young.
Hold on, spin that black one more time.
No problem. If the person that you're choosing to deal with, who is younger, if they're kind of close in age to the children that you have, I think that's too young.
So So Sister Star says, y'all, salute to my Sister Star. She says, listen, if your kids were at the same park as hers, per se, right? And they on the same swing at the same time, you shouldn't be dating them.
Correct.
So there you go. So now in the case with Drea, right? In the case of Drea, now dating her son's friend, actually not dating, excuse me. I'm giving too much. Pregnant, right? Pregnant in a mug, had the baby, going to the games. In the case of Drea, and actually, Drea watched this young bull grow up. I heard she actually babysat this young man at one point.
That's a predator. That is a predator. That is somebody who was grooming that child from
Look, this is what predators look like, y'all. In today, huh? So again, I mean, I'm calling it. I gotta say, it's selective outrage, personally for me, and your media, particularly in the case of who they decide to target, when they decide to target them. I'm sure these folks, they have their small little cabal, but chef, you got your. Oh, here you come with your conspiracy theories and fuck you. Okay? They say, listen, this is the one person we're going at right now. For a few months, we got nothing but media on P. Diddy. Salute to the 100+ in the building already. Right? Media coverage day in and day out on Diddy.
24 hours.
Okay? When the last time we seen that energy for this guy? Matter of fact, hold on. Let me do you one better. Let me do you one better. When have we seen this energy for him? Woody Allen. He adopted the chick. More than likely, he was doing the Joe Biden, going into her bedroom.
How about that?
Huh? And it's alleged. You know, for those, I mean, I hear people are starting to sue little small platforms now too. But hey, you know, that little girl wouldn't have known nothing about a Woody Allen because the finances and the demographic wouldn't even put them two together unless he decided to be a master groomer. Okay?
Yes.
A master groomer. He said, listen, man, you know what? In order to have it exactly the way I want, I got to bring it into my house first. Raise it up. You know, like cattle.
Yes. I agree.
You know, high grade cattle, raise it up. And then when it's right at the what I consider prime age, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take that.
Yeah, because you lay the groundwork down. That's what a predator does.
Come on.
It doesn't strike all at one time. A predator is going to play the long game. It's going to slowly ease that prey in.
Oh, so the predators don't want no quick licks. They want to slow roll it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So listen. With that being said, my sister Star, I want to ask you one final question for you. Listen, how long? Well, first and foremost, the phenomenon with the cougar woman is this a new phenom, or these older women have always been among us, hitting licks on young bulls? What say you?
They've always been in our midst. It's just never been talked about as loudly as it is now. It's been normalized now.
Is it something
but it's always been around?
Always been around. So should this be something that the community collectively decides to rectify? Or is it better to keep the seasoned cougar around to raise up the young buck?
Why are you going to ask me that, Chef?
Hey, you listen. Hey, what say you, sis? You let me know. Yes, let me know.
Yes,
ask me that question. Ask me the question again, Chef.
Yeah. I said, is it better to keep the cougar around so she can help raise up the young bull? What say you?
No, because see, these cougars that you're speaking of, these are school teachers eyeing their students. These cougars are working in daycare centers.
Churches.
Churches, thank you. So no. I'm going to say it's got to be reined in.
It's got to be reined in. Listen, shout out to my sister DW. She said Lil' Kim old ass ex-boyfriend was 22 years old. 22 years old Lil' Kim that looked like a Mr. Potato Head meets Barbie mutation gone back. Yeah?
No, she looks like a bulimic Jabba the Hutt.
Oh my goodness.
So I mean, listen, Sister Star, I don't know what your situation is. But let me just hypothetically, if you was out there on the field, would you entertain a young bull?
I am not going to answer that question. You're not going to put me out there like that.
Okay, and you know what? She answered that like a real woman, not like a pork chop. A pork chop would have given a justification for doing something that was wrong. In fact, the pork chop would have said all men do it to justify why she did it, instead of some men do it. So she answered that like a sister. Thank you for having integrity.
I like how you sidestepped that, sis. Shout out to Sister Star.
Well, we're in a society where nobody has shame anymore.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people have shame. That's why men use Viagra. It's a lot of women that don't have shame, which is why we have fat shaming BS. So a lot of men have shame. Their car ain't nice enough. Can't keep it up long enough. Men feel shame. And by the way, there's no mercy. If the man can't get it up, it's a crime. If she weighs 500 pounds, which she can handle, he should just deal with it. That's how all of us black women age. Bullshit. Stay away from KFC and Popeyes. It's real easy.
Let me keep this thing flowing, y'all. Thank you, Sister Star, for checking in with us. Sis.
Thank you, Sister Star.
Ladies and gentlemen, our Sister Star. See, the women is coming through, man. We're starting to get more ladies on the
Yes. And no pork chops. Thank God for the Wazies.
Yeah, another one for that.
For the real people.
Man, gentlemen, let's get back to this thing. Shout out to our Sister Star. Brother Negro. Matter of fact, let me set you up properly, Brother Negro. Because Brother Negro just sent me some phenomenal photos, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? And why are they so phenomenal? Well, the lady that your brother Shannon Sharp, you know, the 19-year-old OF chick, right? Before I do that, though, let me show y'all. Let me give y'all a little picture of what you can see here from Madonna living her best life. Madonna has always been on her Stella Got a Groove back. She was giving it up to Tupac when he was around. All right, let me show y'all something.
Did she even have something to give away? She's so used up.
Well, she gave it to Dennis Rodman. She gave it to man. That thing so stretched
It looks
out.
like some Swiss cheese.
Ugh. I couldn't even. This your girl Madonna, y'all. I got the stretch face. She got the face pulled and snatched. She got her young little dude that she can blood suck off. Look at her. She looks like a damn vampire.
She's a compire.
Look at that. That chick looks wild. Hold on, let me blow it up for the family. Let me zoom in.
Man, brother, you forgetting about them Kardashians, mama. Come on now.
Okay.
No. She had an older dude last I checked, but he ain't
that old. She's 20 years that senior. She got some years on him. He's still a grown brother. He a grown man, but she still got years on him. You dig what I'm saying?
Can I say something while we're doing this? And I want to say to all the people on my channel, I took a step away so I could bring all of my new book purchases in. But now I want to get back to y'all and Pat Talk. Look, I've done genealogical research. If you look at some of the 1870 and 1880 and 1890 censuses, you're going to see you'll see a good number of black families where the black woman is oftentimes many years older than the man, and they have children. So a lot of this thing is old for the women to have children by multiple men. And for women, in fact, let me just break it down to you. Sometimes the women, if they were widowed and they had some land, or they were freed and they couldn't work the land, you take on a younger dude, and for 4 squares, sex, and employment, and possibly a wedding ring that she paid for, you could make it. You have a lot of families where it was an older black woman that saw how hard that boy's back was picking cotton, so he could pick some of the lint out my coochie as well as pick cotton on my land. You move in, I'll cook, screw, and give you a place to stay. And people took it. We need to understand a lot of what's happening, not with so much Shannon Sharp. A lot of the sexual stuff in our community is transactional, and it's economically based. Due to economic disadvantages in war times and in a situation where population's under duress, people do things differently. They just do. So I'm not making it right, but a lot of soldiers who would never consort with prostitutes, you take a bunch of teenage guys off to war and they feel they're going to die, they may screw the first woman they see because they don't think I'll ever get a chance to get no one, but bust a nut while I'm alive. When you put people through the kind of stress that we're going through, God forbid the sexualized, highly sexualized culture, you're going to get awful behavior, and not to mention the complete disaster of fake American religions, all of them. My favorite one to pick on is the one I know best. The white church, which is basically a Nazis without a Hitler, although they try to keep finding a new one. And the black ones, I don't know, Reverend Ike with boys, Reverend Ike without boys, Reverend Ike with ladies, and sometimes Reverend Ike with men. Just you have a morally bankrupt religious culture, like T.D. Jakes, if you heard, is stepping down to put his daughter in. He can't put his adopted sons up because I've heard it's rumored that, they're all turned out and buck broken. I hope not by him. I hope. So it's alleged, so they can't sue you. When you have, if he's the greatest preacher in the country with a lisp, and you know when T.D. Jakes talks, it's like his tongue is just maxed out at Planet Fitness. Just come on, y'all. I'm not lying. I've never seen a public speaker that spoke all the time that had a lisp, except for maybe Richard Simmons. But you keep seeing the similarity of who has the lisp. There's something about broke wrists, rainbow Skittles type people and lisp. And I don't know if they're trying to like turn someone on that hears the tongue hissing, or if it just happens because, you know, their tongue has like maybe muscle spasms from all the work it's been doing. But I wouldn't be surprised at anything. And I don't justify any of it. I don't like it, but that is what we see. So with no God, expect no morals.
Well, that's a fact, brother Dr. Shorty, because in the apps, I mean, we're living in a time where atheists rule.
And everyone has been swallowed.
Pause. So check this out. I'm going to set this up right here, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, some of y'all may have heard the tape. Fair use to this content creator as well. I'm borrowing this real quick. And then I'm going to the brother Negro because I got a picture I need to bring up from the Negro.
You're just going to like get mad at and you're just going to hang up on me. So I feel like.
I'm not going to hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
You don't think you want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, no, that mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Well, I don't want to be true.
God.
Yes, you do.
Oh, God.
Well, check this. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Watch this. Now, I got an extended version of that. Shout out to our supporter, one of our supporters of the program, sent me this extended clip here. Let me play something for y'all. Check this out.
Oh, yo, he got the bug eyes on.
No, he looks like Esther Roll. Damn.
Hold on, check this. Salute to the 120 in here. Check this out, y'all.
JJ.
Anything I say, you're just going to like get mad at and you're just going to hang up on me. So I feel like.
I'm not going to hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
You don't think you want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, no, that mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the shit out of you when I see you.
Oh, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
Oh, man.
Oh, he said my word.
Shannon.
Not a good look that you did what you did to me.
Shannon sounds.
Hey, big black guy chokes white woman.
Well, at
that
least
is a broken back slave cat. This is a slave. Hold on. This is a sick Negro. That's a Negro for you right there.
Well, you know what?
Brother Doctor, hold on, Brother Doctor. I got to go to the Negro. This was his setup, and then I'll spin it to you. Brother Negro, I know you heard the slave buck talking about the glory days, Mr. King Kong. Y'all remember, how many of y'all watch King Kong where he grabbed the little white girl and go up to the top of the fucking building and he patted her fucking chest? Shannon Sharp, you damn fool. You're a fool.
Are you talking about that LeBron picture with that white woman on that GQ magazine or something like that, Minnie? And he caught slack for you. Are you talking about that picture?
Yeah, he looked like the gorilla Hun from the World War II propaganda. But you know, that picture you had up there, he almost looked like Florida from Good Times with some RuPaul glasses on.
It's a damn fool. Go ahead, brother Negro. Talk to us about this photo, man. Look at the photo here, man. Let me pull that photo up. I couldn't pull the other one because it wouldn't let me pull it. It wouldn't let me pull it. But
man, see, the other one's a little personal because she got the hand on his chest. She got the hand on the little boy's chest. See, that's the young man that's about her age, right? And I noticed that this specific white dude is on her page, which makes me to believe she might be having something going on there. Something going on there. And he's on her Instagram multiple times. So my perspective, I hit you with that Diddy picture, that Cassie picture with that her white boy, right? And my thing is that I really think that these white boys is talking to these white. They know they got the little fast loosey goosey white girl, right? So they say, you know what? If I can get some bread off of it, it's okay. That's what I'm seeing here, the type of play. And these guys are getting in the ears of these white girls.
No, they were born in the ears of those white girls, conditioned to take from others. But let me just say to y'all, if you want to know how reparations with Negroes and the moral, ethical gutter that we are right now, what reparations will look like, look at Shannon Sharp. And all of our money will go to other people that hate us, because I'll tell you something. As long as our folks, heaven to them is interracial sex with people that hate them. They'll pay any price. They'll betray or backstab any of us. Makes a whole effort for reparations and justice not worthwhile. Why should we suffer so much for a dumb fuck, burnt out jock like this dude? Yes, I said it.
Well, listen, that's little Becky
that's that
there.
Picture. Yeah, that's that picture I want you to get, Brother Seth. See how personal and intimate that picture is? You can't tell me that she ain't out there 2-time and 3-time and 4-time.
But wait a minute. Did you see that movie Casino? Remember that movie Casino, where the lady didn't want the rich Jewish guy that had $2 million in the bank for her? She wanted the little junkie dude that James Woods played. They're like that. Yeah. It's sort of like the sister that's demanding that the stockbroker brother take her to the finest of restaurants, and yet she gives pussy between the bars to the guy down at Rikers Island. I mean, this is American womanhood, or should say feminism. This is feminism with the stupid ass man dealing with the young feminist. He could have got himself a woman from anywhere else in the world, saved his time and money. He could have even choked a hole that liked it. But for him, because he's a plantation slave, he felt like he was getting something special, getting this white woman and feeling like he's eating some of Master's snap peas that he's not supposed to get. Right, and he's just stupid. I mean, all the black jocks and celebrities, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it, you dumb fuck semi-literate black men that make it in sports and entertainment, they give you guys the money because you're dumb as fuck. They expect it to end up, it says, a fool and his money soon part company, twice as so for dumbass coon fool who can't wait to throw their money at the feet of the Grand Dragon's daughter. I mean, they just gotta do it. And so, like I said, remember my friend that shot himself in the head over the white girl who was teaching his mixed race kids that they had together to celebrate the Confederacy? This is real. I mean, I love the brother Patrick. I tried to intervene to prevent a suicide. I tried. I didn't say I hate you because you're with the white woman. That's not how my head is. Do you get me? And so I've seen people get destroyed. I mean, the greatest power in the black community for many people is some snapping, what we call, what's the stuff that's a term that they use? Some white women that have like a snapping crayfish type cooch with the Klan woman hood hanging off of it. And certain black men would drop an atomic bomb and kill everybody in Africa to be with the dirtiest, ugliest, snaggletooth white woman that they could find. And the same is so for a lot of black women that I've seen almost worship white men, especially if they have a couple of black eyes and shit. I've just seen it. Black self-hatred is worse than cancer, AIDS, everything. This hatred of God making you who and what you are and the group you're in. These folks, as Lone Wolf keeps saying, they're already dead to us. He's just dead to us with millions of dollars as people vicariously live through this guy, man. In fact, we Negroes, we covet the wealth of these despicable, boule, celebrity athlete type people who don't mean a goddamn thing to black folks. The same way I had to cuss out, and I would do it again, someone that had the nerve to say to me that Diddy going down is the loss of black wealth. It's not our collective money. It's that sorry ass, dumbass black man's money that was never meant to touch any of us. It was just for us to drool over what he wouldn't share with us.
Come on. Listen, let me show this. I'm gonna show this. I see my brother Twizzle done checked in, but I'm gonna go to the Wolf, then I'm gonna holler at ABM, and then I'm gonna go to Twizzle, man. I see we got brothers in here tonight, but I want to wake this up for a second here. Hold on, let me do something.
Oh, you missing that Cassie picture too?
Okay, I'll pull that up. Look, I want to wake this up. Let me show y'all something. Okay. And definitely look at what Tammy said in here. I believe that the white boy is essentially pimping out the pale-faced chick, you know, to get to I'm gonna read it. Give me a second. I'm just bugging. let me read what Tammy said. I believe the white boys is using these ignorant white girls to burn these ignorant wealthy black men. That's a fact. I believe the white boy has been pimping out Becky for decades. And Negroes are late to the show. Negroes are late to that understanding. Okay? Becky has been getting auctioned out. Yeah, they set her out. You know? Becky been on the field. Look at this. Look. Shannon Sharp got hit up off of this. Some cats is running around saying, "Oh, well, chef, she got an ass on her for a white girl." Man, that shit is trash. That shit is, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this, but the problem is a lot of times these type of dark Negroes here, right? Always, it don't even matter. They're gonna do whatever they gotta do to touch a Becky. You see how enslaved this Negro is? Millionaire. You got a C level, not even a C level, not even what they say, tens. This chick right here at best is maybe a 3.5. This is a 3.5. Listen, brother Kamala, this is a sick Negro. It's a 3.5 right here. Who hit damn near a $20 million lick? Cooked him. Flambéed him. Got him down bad because he had to touch the milk of magnesia cheeks. Yeah, me, milk of magnesia cheeks got him coughing up 20 M's. Nigga, you ain't never gonna be the same. You's a fool. And I'm glad that and you know what? Salute to her. Yeah. Fuck all of that black code shit. Salute to her. Hit that lick on these fool niggas like this. Hit the lick. I'm mad I wasn't pimping her out. That's the only time. Man, that's the only time Chef would consider that. Like, hit a lick on these niggas right here. It's the easiest way to go. Huh? You understand me? You got to hit a lick on this type of food. Let me get Twiz back up here, man. Hold on. Let me get Twiz. Hold on. What happened with Twiz, man? Let me get him.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. The other one is up. I don't know what that is, man. But let me go. Yeah, give me a second. Let me go to the Wolf, brother Wolf, man. Talk to me, sir. First and foremost, what say you? Is this worth making a $20 million contribution right here, sir? Is it ordained enough in your eyes to let that go? This ain't a sugar daddy. This is a sugar buck.
Well, let me say this. I think that every black male and female, when they make their decision to go outside their race and date, that they have already surrendered their power. Okay. See, we're not looking at the surrender. I mean, I know firsthand that if I get involved with them, there's a possibility that they can file some type of charges, make some type of allegations. You don't give up your power, especially when you know your value. See, it's apparent to me that he didn't know what his value was. Because when you know your value, you don't let nobody appreciate you. You don't it's where you can be taken for granted, accusations. So Shannon, to me, he's a jock. No jock. No common sense. Because when I heard him talk, I can hear that he knew he didn't butt the. Come on. I literally can hear him. He knew he didn't messed up. That whole conversation was like just weird. But he knew he messed up. Again, that's an unresolved issue that came to the surface. He's gonna pay the price.
That up.
Right. Empathy or no sympathy for Lancaster-Short or anybody who decides to get involved in these relationships when you know you got more to lose. And you do it anyway, you get what you deserve.
Well, and that's a fact. That's a wolf fact, ladies and gentlemen. That's a wolf fact. Listen, there was nothing he had to, first and foremost, you know how miserable this man admitted that his life is by even resorting to an OF chick?
Mm-hmm.
Right? He listen, this is what we say when we say money can't buy you everything. Right? Money can't buy class either. Let's be clear about that. Kamala Harris, help your boy out.
Let's really be clear about that.
Okay? Money can't buy class. It's a millionaire. Millions of views on a regular broadcast. We struggle to get at least 500 Negroes in here. Quote unquote struggle. But he's averaging millions of views. He's got all the attention a narcissist could possibly need. But apparently, you ain't deal with them demons up top. Remember, we talking about the boy who used to say, Grandma used to make us that raccoon soup. I remember we used to have to go out in the fields. We ain't have no roof over our head. We remember the water coming down. He's a grown man trapped in his teenage or adolescent years, subconsciously. That's what's happening with Lancaster-Short. Because guess what? This is what happens, and this is what we see with a lot of these type of Negroes who start getting a little juice when they start playing ball and shit like that. Because it happened with me. I was the captain of my track team, a football team, all types of shit. I had scholarship offers, all of that. These Beckys like this, and even some of the sisters and the others, don't get it twisted. They come out of left field, but Becky is a lot more aggressive. And they gave this big open field Negro right here a taste of that milk and magnesium, and the nigga ain't been the same. He never got it out of his top. Never got it off his wig, y'all. Never. Let me go to my brother ABM, and then I'm going to the Twiz, to the God Twiz. Brother ABM, is the Negro worth saving, fam? I'll let you boy.
Well, I'm surprised nobody has said it yet, so I'm going to go ahead and say it. Shannon Sharp has been known to have a joke about black women.
Come on, wake that nigga up. Come on.
The joke is Shannon Sharp would tell his teammates and friends, if you ever see me with a black woman, call the police. And that's coming from several of his former teammates and people in the press that's heard Shannon Sharp say this. Shannon Sharp doesn't like black women. Never has.
Cook this nigga, man.
So, you know, hey, I mean, you get what you ask for in this world. But to me, it's like this. This, you know how we like to say your nigga wake up call. This is Shannon Sharp being reminded that although he has the wealth, he will never have the power of his white male counterparts. Because like I said in the beginning, white men do it all the time. This is just to take him down a notch. Just a reminder, you'll never be one of us. Kind of like how they did Deion Sanders' kid in the draft.
Sat him down.
You know, hey, you're born into money, you're born into fame and wealth. We're gonna screw you a little bit, just to let you know, we don't have to let you play for us. We don't have to let you in this league, and we don't care who your father is. So you know, but you know, no matter how many times.
What do you say? Use an uppity little Negro.
Yeah, you're not appreciative. The bottom line is this: no matter how many times we see these stories, we get, you know, it's always going to be a new batch of Negroes out there that's going to do this shit anyway. No matter how many times we see this, so these niggas ain't worth saving. I don't feel sorry for Shannon Sharp no more than I feel sorry for Diddy or anybody else. Like DrRandyShort said, I mean, these dudes ain't doing shit for us. That money never trickles back to where we live.
Hold on, ABM. That's what I'm talking about. Go there, ABM.
These people will never come together and create businesses to hire our kids. So fuck them.
Exactly.
I mean, and I used to like Shannon. Don't get me wrong. I grew up watching Shannon Sharp. Always liked his game. That's on the field. Off the field, I can care less. And I'll land right there.
Salute our brother ABM, man. Salute ABM. That's a fact. I'm with you, ABM. Man, especially, I'm not even going to hold nobody. Even when Shannon Sharp first came on to Undisputed, when he joined that platform, he was talking that fly black shit a little bit. He was. He brought some attention to it. He did. However, he couldn't help himself. He couldn't help himself.
But see, I already knew about his jokes, so it didn't, you know, I didn't fall for it. I knew Shannon Sharp was full of shit. Shannon Sharp been known to be like that for a long, long time, man. People know about Shannon Sharp. He wouldn't touch a black woman with a 10-foot pole, man. So all of that blackity black shit he was talking, that was, you know, they was paying him for that. So it didn't fool me.
Well, I'll tell you what. Just before we do this, I'm going to go to my brother Twiz. Twiz, I'm going to set you up proper. Let me set you up proper, Twiz. Hold on.
What's happening?
I'm going to set you up. Hold on, player. I'm going to play something for you. You know? Because some folks may have seen this. I'm sure some folks. Salute our brother ABN cooking this nigga medium rare. Pause. You understand me? Salute our brother ABN for cooking this nigga up. But we need to go to this other clip here. Because again, a lot of times folks like to talk about our sister Mo, you know, and Mo tried to get this nigga the game, tried to get him together, tried to wake him up, tried to get him to sit down. Shout out to my sister Mo. I always ride with her. I don't care what nobody say. Mo tried to sit him down, but he couldn't help himself.
This dating thing, because it's Mo is different now. And when you and I,
it's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
But you tried to say what you tried to say.
I'm looking right at you. I'm grateful. I ain't backing down. You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you. Now I'm looking right at y'all. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs. Okay? Let me tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get your old bitch out there that can love you old. You trying to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
Shout out to Mo. Damn it. Hold on, man. Let me hit this damn sound. Damn it. Twiz, man, you up, player. Shout out to my nigga Twiz, the West Coast bully, checking in with the watch.
First and foremost, I gotta give a shout out to the room. Long time no see, my brother. Shout out to Brother Wolf. Shout out to Dr. Short. Shout out to the gentleman in the prestige iron up in here. How y'all doing, man? You know what I mean?
We good, player. We good.
Yes, see what's going on. And salute to all y'all, man. I miss my brothers, man. But yeah, man, this right here, man. This is the pure definition. You need to put his face up there as game goofy number one. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand, he's a bumpkin. No disrespect to my brothers from the South or anything, but I don't know what it is from the brothers from the South that have this infatuation with white women. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it because we all know, and I was raised off this, white women ain't nothing but trouble. That's been the whole history, and that's the whole teaching, and that should be the code and be one. White women are trouble. If you want problems, fuck with a white woman. You know what I'm saying? And look what's happening to his game goofy bumping ass. See, you gotta understand. I've been working in the sporting entertainment for damn near 30 years. I've seen a lot of black players like that. There was this one baseball player from the A's. His name was Arthur Rose. I seen him, man, go crazy over a skinny little white woman that looked like a Barbie doll. She was only 5 foot tall, and the biggest thing on her was her hair. And he was going crazy over her. And I'm like, these motherfuckers be around there, like you said, like the gentleman said earlier, they be around their paymasters or they be around some of them white boys, and they said the white boys be like, oh, she's fucking hot, looking like a white woman who looks like a little 13-year-old little league baseball player. And so they acquire that taste as well. You know what I'm saying? That's what she looked like. Only thing you gotta do is put her hair in a ponytail, put a baseball hat on and a jersey. She looked like she played little league. You know what I mean? And that's what they go crazy over because that's what those pedophiles and those LGBT dudes like. And they like those little women that look like little boys because that's what they think they have an infatuation and they have a fantasy for is little boys. Because wasn't they was saying he was a butt boy? Didn't they say Shannon Sharp was a fudge packer? That's why he wearing all them tight ass clothes and shit. Then they say he was a Three Musketeer, but he wasn't swinging no swords or he wasn't a swashbuckler. Come on now, man. We know the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm a dude, and I've been dealing with women my whole life. I just made 51 Wednesday, so I've been dealing with women since I was 13, and those years of experience taught me one thing. You can never approach a woman soliciting, because if you do, that's what it's going to always be about. And if you're not confident in yourself, that's the main thing women see is, man, is their confidence. They see your swagger, and they see your demeanor, how you approach up 10 toes down, chest out, head high. Once they see that, once they don't see those three things in a man, they know you're a fool, and they know they got one. And the woman is going to play you and manipulate you. And that's why she was showing her little honey buns back there. That's what she going to the gym for, just so she can have a little cake. And I bet Shannon Sharp was like, oh, she looks like a... I mean, can this man have an articulate conversation without tripping over his own bottom ass lip? Come on now. Who takes him serious? You know what I'm saying? So we got to be real out here. We have to, like, You gotta look like this. He got what was coming for him, and he get what he asked for. And y'all right, the little girl hit a lick on his ass because she saw she had a fool. She saw she had a thirsty ass, game goofy motherfucker who thinking that he's on top of the world because he's on TV and he's a major celebrity, but he hasn't been humble yet. And I hope that this humble his ass and knock him to his motherfucking knees because he needs to realize that hey, you are not above nobody. And when you want to disrespect and go against black women, hey, you will learn a lesson. You will them other motherfuckers, them Beckys, them Ling Lings, and the little Lupes. They gonna teach you a hard ass lesson because you are not them, and the only thing you are is the easy ass motherfucking payday. And them women gonna come together and figure out how to wring your motherfucking ass like a fucking wet ass towel. Game goofy country motherfucker. I think he's from South Carolina. You know what I mean? No disrespect to South Carolina. No disrespect to my brothers from the South. I fuck with y'all and I rock with y'all, but you got niggas like this right here that got black American men looking like we some straight tricks. He got us looking like we thirsting for white women, and like my uncle used to always say, he said he hated Cadillacs. And I asked him why. He said he hated Cadillacs because in the time, all white men said that the only thing a black man wants is a white woman in a Cadillac. You know what I'm saying? And I land my plane there. Shout out to the brothers, man. Miss y'all.
Salute to our nigga Twiz, you understand? Me, the West Coast bully coming through with one of them things. You understand? Salute to Twiz, man. That's what I'm talking about, baby. But hold on. Where the smoke for share? Where the smoke for share? Remember,
it's a woman's world now, Chef. It's a woman's world now, and the Democratic Party is the party of women, so they salute her. Like she's a role model, bro. You don't know how many women I come across in their late 40s and 50s talking about they're saving themselves for marriage.
Hold on,
it's empowerment. Only thing he need to save himself for is a motherfucking treasure, man. Talking about X marks the spot when you go, because
you understand me?
When you're old,
you should have been.
When you're old, it's empowerment.
Yeah, it ain't no empowerment. What it is, you know, what it ain't empowerment to me. What it is a delusion. You know, it's deranged delusion because you really think in your head that you still possess the value of you did when you were young, fresh and in your 20s, able to be a man's partner. But now these women older, you're not ready to be a man's partner. You either want to be his dictator or his competitor. You want to compete with him because you have these falsities in your head that just because you make more money than him or you may have fucked or been with men that were better than him, you have an advantage over him. But no matter if he's in his 20s or 30s, you could never possess an advantage over him because he's a man with his future ahead of him. And in the words of the great Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, a man value rises as he ages, but for women, when they ages, they value decreases. You know what I'm saying? A woman in her 40s and 50s, she can't give a young man a family. He ain't gonna listen to him. She not gonna stand by his side like she his ride or die. She ain't gonna bow down nothing like that. Not only that, she's not gonna relinquish her little power that was handed to her over the years. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, man. The game is to be sold, not told. Some of these game goofy motherfuckers, they finna get used. You know what I'm saying? But let them, because they gonna learn the hard way. Like my dad always said, experience your best teacher. And if you ain't gonna listen, then go to the streets. There's some women out there that's lions, tigers, and bears that's more savages than niggas. You know, Shannon Sharp, lucky he got up under a little Becky that don't know what she's doing, 19 years old. Just imagine if she was experienced at 26 and 27. Oh, man, come on. That nigga would be going to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I Twiz. Man, listen, lions, tigers, and bears. This is why when I said to folks, and watch this, I said to folks, and they got all outraged. Oh, what you talking about, Chef? I said, man, get the fuck away from me with the, oh, she was only 19 shit. Dog, we talking about 2 predators, 1 loss. That's all. You know, we got 2 alphas per se. Yeah, let's go there. Let's do like that. 2 people said, listen, I'm going to use you for this, and I'm going to use you for this. And 1 person came out on top. So we need to stop putting little Becky in a fucking, in a distress bag. She ain't been nobody victim. I'm tired of Negroes throwing on capes for these chicks, for just chicks, these types of chicks in general. These is bust downs. They're bust downs. I said this I posted something the other day. I said, oh, listen. Age ain't never stop a hoe from getting fucked.
Hey, Chef, you know what it is, Chef?
You understand me?
I call it the Sam Rothstein effect. Remember that movie Casino? Remember what he said? He said, I know she was this, I know she was that, but I don't give a fuck. I'm Sam Rothstein. I can change it. That's the man's biggest mistake right there. I even made that mistake. When I was young, doing my thing, I came across somebody, I was like, I don't, I'm this, I'm that. I got the whole streets bound down to me. I can change it. Ooh, that's the biggest mistake any man can make.
Chef C, I was talking about Sam Rothstein earlier. I literally mentioned this whole thing. It's the same thing, Twizzle. I was saying that this is, you cannot, money
Dr.
can't.
DrRandyShort, how you doing, man?
I'm white.
How you feeling? Most importantly, how you feeling?
I feel white too.
So you powered it. You empowered it.
Yes, I'm empowered. Yes.
He closer to them 20 M's than he know.
Yes.
So he's empowered now. He's empowered now, so they can't tell him shit. He at that fucking point. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Dr. Short.
No, I'm just agreeing with you 100%. And forgive me. I'm a Southerner, and I'm telling you, it's bad enough to be from Virginia. I don't know what it is about people in Alabama, Tennessee. The more racist the white people are, the more black folks in places like Western Pennsylvania and upstate Michigan, the more they're hated, the more a certain sort of stupid ass black man wants to be laid up with a white female. And there are also a lot of dumbass black men. I just put something up on my Twitter page about a white guy marrying a black woman and then blasting her. I told folks it would come when there'd be an epidemic of white men blowing away black women that they married. And the black woman had a good job. She's making all kinds of money. And I know no black man was good enough. We already got that. And the white dude shot her ass and killed her right after marrying her. Said, I do. And then he did it. And the economy is getting worse. Be prepared for swirlers. It's going to be crystal knock for swirlers the next few years. And a lot of people, as they move, the country moves to the right, and a lot of people have buyer's regret. Their white friends and relatives can't stand a little black stud or hoe that they're with. And you're going to see a lot of people get dogged. Drowning incidents on vacations and shit. I mean, something that you learned very early, I did, especially after some people tried to kill me when I was 7, that you don't go in the woods with white folks.
Shout out to that Jamaican dude in Philly who went to the woods and they shot his ass 7-8 times.
Yeah, you don't do it. You also don't foray into places where you're not welcome, wanted, and know the lay of the land. For the people who want to live in danger, they will. Am I saying that all mixed marriages are bad? No. I've never ever said that. I would be a hypocrite saying it because they're mixed marriages in the family, love them or hate them. Are some people better than others, okay, in terms of loyalty, but it's not always. You can get a ratchet Becky or a vicious racist Ken, and you're stuck with this hater in your family that comes to the events and they've got children and all, and you got to kind of put up with their intimate hatred and involvement with your family because somebody laid down with them. And by the way, I want to assure you, nobody black can marry into a white male-headed household and be as imperious as whites are when they marry into typically black female-dominated family systems. And if it's a black male, he's going to be overwhelmed by black females trying to nut shave him, where the white dude will have to be accepted because, well, he's such a good father. So when you have these, if you get a marriage and it's not just some basically safari fever shit, there's the same way that you can't do what white folks do. When you marry them, there's an inequality in the relationship due to our caste system. And anybody that messes in that has to confront that inequality will be part of the relationship. I remember hanging out with some friends that were at Tufts University, and they all wanted to go to a bar. I don't care to drink, but they're friends, they're cool. We went. I wasn't allowed in because I was Black. Cool. That was the last time I ever accepted an invitation. That's been, I think that was like 1989. That's the last time I got invited to something by certain types of people that I even accepted an invitation. Not because I hate anyone, I have no confidence in who or what I am or my worth, but because we live in a very unfair and wicked racist society. And anybody that thinks that sleeping with other people is gonna like knock down barriers for them is incredibly stupid and suicidal. And they are encouraging bad things to happen to them. And bad things will happen. I don't want them to. And be that, and I'm saying this to you, that there are mixed couples where people are love and are dedicated to each other. I'm never going to say that that doesn't happen. But then we all have agendas. White folks often have a jungle fever agenda. Blacks have a self-hatred, assimilation, or I want to taste the white man. Black woman, black man's cum ain't hot enough for her, or she wants kids with green eyes the black man can't give. We come into these relationships with white people with wicked intents too. And so it's a bad mix. It's not like I love me. I love my community. I respect my people. I love the men in my group. However, you love me, you respect me, you're willing to fight for me. I married you. We usually don't do that. A lot of people say, well, I'm not prejudiced. Look, of course you're not prejudiced because I've never seen a pussy or a dick with eyes. So all genitalia is colorblind.
Salute to that, brother, Dr. Short. Let me go to somebody was speaking. Go ahead. Somebody started to say something. Let me go to the I see the wolf is away right now. But real quick, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the 2-hour mark. If you like to see this conversation continue to go, listen, hit the Cash App, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the Cash App, show us it's real. If not, I think it'll be a great time to shut this damn thing down.
Shut it down if you want to, Chef. I want to go and have some fun with my audience. They're out here.
Okay.
And so, I don't mind, if folks want to be cheap, we need to cinch our time. I could be reading books to my audience instead of talking about Black Dicks Gone Wild, which is what we should talk about, this Shannon Sharp thing. I'm tired of this is like a Black Dicks Gone Wild rerun. We're tired. We don't want any more sequels to this shit. So
salute to the 130 plus in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and go for a quick intermission real fast, y'all. Salute to everybody that's checked in with your war.
Scared to death Negroes are my enemy.
Okay, everybody. This is about to wind down. And I think I'm going to do another show. So let me see. I'm looking for something. I can't find it. I know I'm going to go back and look for it. I got a book on Black women being lynched. And I want to read from that book. So give me just a second. Give me just a second. I'll be right back.
Everybody love everybody! Come on!
Yes, indeed. Let's keep it going, family. If anybody else would like to support the program, you hit the Cash App, $FTS49 if you'd like to become the sole sponsor of today's broadcast. you have to beat our two co-sponsors, our brother ABM and my sister Star, who are the co-sponsors of today's broadcast with a $25 contribution each. Salute to everybody. We're going to keep this thing going. Hit that Cash App if you want to keep the cook-up happening. Salute to everybody that's checked in with your boy. Let's keep it going, family.
Scared to death Negroes are my enemy. Scared to death Negroes are my enemy.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. So we have had our fill for today's conversation, which is fine with me, which is okay with Chef C today. Shout out to everybody that is in here with us, man. Let me go to the brothers. We're gonna get our final thoughts here and get ready to check out for today, man. I got my brother ABM, man. Let me go to brother ABM, man. Your final thoughts on this particular subject matter. We touched on a good amount of these closet pedophiles. Fuck it, I'm gonna just say it because they always come after the platform. So whatever, right? And I think we did a phenomenal job here. But again, the outrage is selective. And you only see two people on this thumbnail, ladies and gentlemen, who have got backlash from mainstream media. That's why I call it selective outrage, because shout out to this man right here, Tom Cruise. Shout out to this cougar, right? A pedo, if you will. Share. And shout out to the great king of pop, Elvis. Andrea Michelle, yeah, you just a couple steps under Mary J. Blige. So shout out to you as well. All right? But let me go to my brother ABM, man. I'm going to let you get your final thoughts in here, brother ABM. What say you bringing this thing full circle, man? How do we combat this? And is it even worth our time? What say you, sir? Brother ABM. Okay, he probably got zapped. Let me go to my man Twiz, man. Twiz, talk to your boy. I think ABM got zapped. Let me go to Twiz, man. Twiz, what say you, man? Is it worth combating this, or is it this? Are we really dealing with something that is a societal norm, and the outrage is selective? What say you, Twiz? Twiz done got zapped too. Okay, we got two zap brothers. Shout out to that, man. Let me see a brother Negro. Three times a charm. Brother Negro, brother Negro, sir.
Agent brother Negro, he here.
Yes, sir. Checking in from Biden's backyard, loud and clear. Yes, sir. What say you, man? Is this a societal norm with selective bullshit outrage? What say you, man?
They're trying to normalize it. This is anti-black misandry. outrage to me. And I really think that these celebrities, these black celebrities, black male specifically celebrities, they need to be putting their heads together and figure out ways to get themselves out of a jam because they got all the money. There's no reason why they should be in the jam and the predicament that they're in, especially making us look bad as a people, making black men look bad with the decisions that they're making because they a household brand name. Shannon Sharp is a household brand name, and it's going to be dragged through the mud till it's going to be completely nothing based off his decisions. So, like, when I look at this, the one thing I learned about, like, criminality is you always have to have a way out. These guys don't even have a way out. These guys don't have no lawyers on speed dial. They don't know how to keep themselves out of prison in regards to their actions and behavior, which shows to me that they need to do a better job, even buy some judges off. I don't know. They hang around white folks that do all this stuff. They ain't picked up no game from them yet.
Right, come on.
So I'm just looking at them like, really? Really? So, you know what? All the black folks that they failed to support, all the black businesses that they destroyed in the process or didn't support, you know what? Maybe this is karma. Maybe society's taking that chunk of change out of them since they didn't do right with the chunk of change to begin with. Because one could even strongly argue it was never theirs to begin with. It was never there. Like you'll start to see with the Sean, when we talked about Sean Combs, that he was just a front man, and he had 0.0000000 whatever percent of the Barclays Center, which didn't cash out to really nothing to with the people who were really making the money, and he's gentrifying the neighborhood. So when you see these guys that do these things and they're getting all the smoke, maybe Shannon Sharp should have called Sean Carter because he got off. And I'm just saying, how come he didn't make a call to Sean Carter? He over the NFL. That number should have matched. So when I look at all these scenarios and this dude didn't go to this girl's Instagram and didn't see this white boy all up on her, come on, player, come on. That's all I gotta say. You gotta see things for what it is, not what you want it to be. So
salute to you, brother Negro, man. Mm-hmm. Let us know what's going on with the book, man. What we can expect from you in the future, sir.
Yes. Working on delineationology education. The second book is on the way. June is looking like it's going to be the sometime in June for the book signing with the Black and Nobel that's out in Philly. Shout out to them. They already got a couple of books on stash, so if you want to get your book out there from a black-owned business and all that good stuff in Philly, so definitely we delineating right in Pan-African City, all right? I don't know which y'all heard, because y'all know it's Pan-African City out that where they say it's Pan-African of the world over there. But no, we delineating that up. We busting that up right now. We got to stop that. So I'll keep y'all guys posted with that. Definitely Black and Nobel in June. I'm gonna say around Juneteenth or so. We're gonna definitely drop that. Have a good little book signing.
Most definitely. We look forward to it, man. Salute to our brother.
This is a sick Negro.
Salute to the brother Negro, man. Hey, I see my brother ABN, man. You back, brother ABN?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, good money. Okay, ABN, man, we wrapping it down, man. I wanted to get your final thoughts on this. Is this a societal norm worth combating, and should we just charge it to the game? So what say you, man?
I say charge it to the game. Like I said earlier, these niggas will never learn. They get their money, and the white woman is, it's kind of like a Ferrari. It's a trophy for them. It's a sense of achievement. It says I've made it. And a lot of these dudes are from the South. You ever notice that all these cats, they're always from the South, and they're very, very dark skinned? I used to live in the South. I lived in the South for 4 years, and I saw a lot of that from black dudes. You know what I mean? It's just something about that white one just makes them feel better about being black. And no disrespect to the Southern people, but you know, it's just something weird with a lot of us black men have low self-esteem. The white woman is a trophy for them. It's a sense of achievement, a sense of entitlement, and it's going to keep happening. So these dudes will learn the hard way. Cooning ain't easy, and there's a heavy price that you're going to have to pay for it eventually. And fuck them. That's where I'm at with it.
Salute to our brother AB. That's what I like to hear, that type of talk, man. You know what? Brother Dr. Short is away right now, so we're going to go to the Wolf, man. And Brother Wolf, Juan J. Johnson, sir. You know, I mean, you're a seasoned, ordained young man, you know, such as yourself. I already know what you're going to tell me, but I'm going to leave it up to you because I ain't even going to spoil it. Go ahead, Brother Wolf. What say you, man? Is it worth your time, or is the wolf going to do what the wolf normally does anyway? What say you, sir?
That's a carcass that must be stepped over.
There you go. Keep it simple, yeah.
And the crazy thing is this. Shannon Sharp had interviewed Donnell Rawlings, a comedian, and they were discussing young girls. And they,
Okay. Okay. They're done. Whew. All right. We're back, everybody. It's right here. I've been looking all over for this, and it was right in front of me. I didn't want to believe my eyes. Okay. Whew. Well, let's see. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm going to do one thing and one thing only if you guys will work with me. I am going to do some reading. And I found the book. I went and tore everything up. I was trying to think. I know I had that somewhere. I know I pulled it out. And I did. And, So I got my stuff together. And what I'm going to do is simply reformat because we want to put this in book mode. Can I do books now? I got the book. And I simply want to label this properly. I love this. This is going to be a lot of fun. Lynchings of women in the United States, recorded cases, 1851 to 1946. How do y'all like that? I may not do all of it, but I'm going to do some of it. Just to kick it off, just for all my feminists. And so what I'm going to do is shut down this line and reconvene it in no more than 5 minutes. So if you guys are good, give me a couple of seconds to reconfigure, get my stuff together, move a couple of things around. I may even pull some other stuff in, but we were talking about 12 years, not 12 years, but life incidents in the life of a slave girl. And of course, we had just health. So, I had to like split, be in the hospital to help out good old mom, of which I'm proud to say she's making significant progress. So I'm not going to complain. I'd rather have a live mom than a dead one. So it's 9:54. I'm thinking we should be back in by 10 o'clock, 10:05. Give me a couple of minutes and we're in business. We'll be back at this. That way, everything will work out. We'll all be white people together. Don't you like big white people? I like big white people. And so I'm going to stop this so we can resume after all these weeks of interruption. In fact, let me see which channel. I might just leave this one on. I might leave 2 of these on because I don't really care. But for this other one, for my main channel, for the main 2 channels, I'm going to turn it off. So for you who want to watch me work on this, I won't stop you. I'll treat you like good friends. And I'm going to switch this around just a little bit. And I want to just say to you, for all you listening, the racial situation in the country is terrible. So I've been stocking up on things I've always wanted that I never had before. So we could be looking at historical readings, legal readings. And so some of these will be short. I've got like Stroud sketch the laws and slavery and so forth. So I may do a couple of things. So I'm going to leave this channel on. You guys right here, there are 3 of you, and there's 1 of you right here. But the 16 of you right here, I'm going to stop you right here. Ching. That's okay. I'm going to end the stream here in StreamYard.